bear with us. It's fun to do anyway. One cold, wintry day when it was warm inside and very cold outside, Maddie decided it was a fine day for gingerbread. So he took down the big family cookbook and then opened it to the page that said Gingerbread Boy. His mother put the big blue bowl on the table and lit the stove. They measured and mixed and rolled and cut out a perfect gingerbread boy. They popped him in the oven. The directions said, what did the directions say, Maddie? Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Watch the clock. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3, 4, 5. He couldn't wait any longer. He opened the oven door to take a peek and out jumped a gingerbread baby. He pranced around the big blue bowl and all around the kitchen saying,
I'm a gingerbread baby, fresh from the mail. Get me at the candle.
Maddie's mother said, but she couldn't. Just then, his father came through the door and said,
I can catch him.
but the gingerbread baby skipped right between his legs. The gingerbread baby ran outside. Wait, my friend gingerbread baby. Okay? All right. I don't want my back to this. Okay? Right in front of the two cats named Addie and Sydney. Said, they rumbled and tumbled, but the gingerbread baby came out on top. And it's very difficult to crawl in dresses.
It kind of is.
All right, ready? There you go. Good job. Next, he ran toward the garden wall, and the dogs named Greta and Kyle, wait for your friend there, caught a whiff of him and said,
We can catch him.
good job. But the gingerbread baby climbed the wall as they barked. Maddie was back inside, busily looking at the big family cookbook, mixing and rolling and cutting. The gingerbread baby ran down the path and into the barn. And into the barn where the goats were. Kirsten and Noah looked at each other and said, but before they knew it, he had tumbled over their backs and out of the barn. Martha and Madeline Martha and Madeline were standing by the well and winked at each other, saying, Martha started talking to the gingerbread baby while Madeline snuck up behind him with a bucket to try to put over his head, but the gingerbread baby tied their braids together. Off they went. He jumped Ready? He jumped into the farm wagon that was going by with two little pigs inside named Caroline and Nora. They said, they tossed him in the air, closed their eyes, and opened their mouths, but he twisted in the air and landed on their snouts instead. Feeling quite smug, he pranced along by himself until he reached a bridge. And he saw two villagers coming one way, singing. He looked behind him, and there were mother and father and the dogs and the cats and the goats, Martha and Malcolm and the pigs. He was trapped, but not for long. Over the railing, he jumped. Over the railing, he jumped and landed on a chunk of ice floating down the river. He was so happy and proud, but his feet were getting cold, so he jumped ashore. But who was watching from behind a tree? But two foxes named Sam F. and Sam R. Sam F. and Sam R. Back here, please. They said, and ran up behind him, smacking their lips. But just as the foxes were catching up to the gingerbread baby, just as they were catching up to the gingerbread baby,
he's gonna lose an eye.
Gingerbread baby, stand up, sweetie. Okay, alrighty. He jumped into the can of the milk and cheese man. Foxes, you're up here. The perfect hiding place. Mr. Fox, you're back over there. And he was so pleased he sang this song. Ian, the milk and cheese man, heard him and thought, So he opened the lid of the can and out jumped the gingerbread baby, who tweaked his nose and ran off into the woods, where he found the most beautiful gingerbread house. That is beautiful. Whoa, okay. And he slid right inside.
That was so fun. I can't say.
Into the woods came the mother, the father, the cats, the dog, the goats, Martha and Madeline, pigs, the villagers, everybody, the foxes and the milk and the cheese man. But all that was left were a few crumbs. And Maddie's father said,
Nobody pick them off the ground.
nope, you don't take them. What did Maddie's father say? The gingerbread baby has finally met his match.
The gingerbread baby has finally met his match.
But back at home, Maddie could hear the tiny voice from inside the gingerbread house. Shh! Let's listen for the gingerbread baby.
Gingerbread baby.
Lucky as can be.
Lucky as can be. If you live in your house, the daddy made for you.